Welcome back to Flavors and Knowledge. I'm Steve Cascione, your host. We have Chef Walter Potenza, my friend,
Steven, how are you?
five-star chef. We come to you from this beautiful designer kitchen showroom at Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath, right on Jefferson Boulevard. And you're telling me, Chef, off camera, you love working in this kitchen.
This is a beautiful setting. They have been designed properly.
It's the holidays. I love the holidays. You know why? Because I love to eat. But I love to eat anytime.
You're also a good family man, and I think this food and family exemplifies the Christmas spirit.
Holidays, it's always around the table. Christmas Eve is usually the big time for us, and we do a lot of fish.
From the 8th of December until the 24th, enduring this sacrificial, if you will,
right.
In terms of food, by eating lean foods, lean food being seafood. Fish like mackerel, whiting, octopus, bacala, inexpensive foods. Yeah. And that meant, symbolically speaking, the sacrifice for the arrival of the Lord. And then the day after, they would indulge in all kinds of luxury food.
All right, so we got by Thanksgiving. You know, people sometimes get intimidated, and we're here to help folks come up with something that's not hard to make and not so challenging. So what did you come up with, Chef?
From Campania, the region where Naples is located, we do minestra maritata. Minestra maritata means marriage soup. I put a beef shank here, and I put a couple of pieces of chicken thighs.
Nice.
So these are things that you can buy at your local store. I had a little bit of water, a little bit of salt, and this is what you get. You get this natural color that develops from the meat.
Right.
In the meantime, we're going to do with the trilogy, so it's onion.
Okay. In this pan?
Right there.
Okay.
Dump it. So we built the soup right now. Yeah.
All right.
A little celery.
Celery. Good.
And this is your...
my spoon. Thank you.
And little carrots. So we begin cooking that. Stephen, I'll put a bay leaf inside. And we're going to put 3 pieces of garlic cloves.
Nice.
These recipes, by the way, are going to be featured online on one of our websites, and we'll share with you at the end of our show. We're going to let that simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So there is no oil in there. There is nothing. We're going to finish as we go. In the meantime, we work on, we're going to drive south. We're going to go to Sicily. And we're going to do something called farsu magru. Farsu magru means false lean. It looks like an oversized bracciola.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yep.
And this, by the way, is by the Balzano family, Frederickville, in Providence for the past 50 years. They make them.
Nice.
And so that you can stop there and get your roast or whatever you like. This is filled with a variety of meats on the inside, cheese, and soaked bread.
Nice.
Now, in Sicily, you may use raisin and pine nuts on the inside.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But we made it without, because if you cannot have nuts, if you don't enjoy the Arabian taste of the raisin, well, then we will make it a little bit more simpler, okay? So we're going to begin, and this is going to be olive oil, garlic, and onion as a base. So
that's easy enough.
Yeah. So you do 3 pieces of garlic inside. I'll put the oil.
Sure.
And we're going to just coat this farsu magru a little bit. Right. And we're going to do the onion on the inside. And this is your spoon.
Thank you, Walter.
Yep. And so what we're going to do to this, Stephen, is we're going to season on the outside a little bit.
How big is that? How many people can you serve?
This is for
with that
2,
piece?
really.
That's really
2.
for 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper, just lightly on the outside. And then we'll give it a color. This, incidentally, gets cooked completely with tomato sauce. Now, you can have your own recipe. You can make your tomato sauce. We try to make your life a little bit easier. And so I brought my own jar sauce. These are my grandparents, but you don't have to use this. You can use anything that you like.
All right.
Okay, so while we cook that, Stephen.
So that goes right in the pan.
Farsu magru, yeah. And you're going to color it on lower. And so I'm going to give you a fork, actually 2, that you can actually turn as you go.
Sure.
There you go.
Do that. So this never goes in the oven?
No, this gets boiled inside here.
No kidding.
No.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, you just play around, give it a color.
Okay.
Okay.
So you were in Italy a little while back, huh?
We run these stores. We wwere all across central Italy. We did Abruzzo, Marche, Umbria, and Lazio. But, you know, we bring people to Italy. We teach them how to cook. But we had a good time. Yes, the soup is moving along.
Yep.
What are you going to be doing?
For Christmas Eve, it's mostly fish.
Oh, good.
We do aglio olio. The kids like that.
Right,
Spaghetti
right.
aglio olio. We do
Garlic
some
and
shrimp.
oil, very good.
We do smelts.
Right.
We do clams casino.
Ah,
We do calamari sometimes. Bacala, we do that.
the idea, Stephen, is not to turn the onion dark.
Just leave it down.
Right.
Yep.
But what's happening here, it's also that the water is coming out of the veal.
Yeah.
And the water bastes a little bit of the onion so it doesn't burn. All
How
right?
long does that take?
That's going to take about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So in the meantime, we're going to deglaze this with a little bit of white wine. Any dry white wine will do.
Soup's looking good.
Good. And so we'll develop a little broth there. Okay. Beautiful, okay?
Cover it or leave it uncovered?
No, we're going to leave it uncovered. I just want to, because what we're going to do, Stephen, is some of the fat that generates from the chicken, we're going to need it to skim it off. See
Yeah.
what it looks like?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. This, we allow the vegetable to completely cook. The remaining is just simple. If you have the meatballs already cooked, like I do in this case, we can add them now. See? I cut them in
What do you
four.
put in those meatballs?
This is a 3, 60, 20, 20. So it's a 60 beef, 20 veal, 20 pork. This is some little bit pieces of pork that you can add as well.
Yeah. Okay. Right into the soup, huh?
Right here.
Thank you.
Yep. Pieces of pork. So we built the dish to be nice and robust. Yeah, beautiful. There we go. Minestra maritata. And here now we can put the tomato, Stephen.
How nice.
Yeah. We're just going to bury this, okay?
Wow, look at that.
Done. So you can use your own recipe of tomato, or you can make one. Either way works. And we allow this to steam and to get just exactly what we want.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Here's something new from Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath.
See you soon.
Welcome to the RI Kitchen and Bath Seminar Series, where you can learn the ins and outs of kitchen and bath remodeling and design from the experts themselves. Get inspired by seeing the latest products and designs in our beautiful showroom floor.
So today's topics, we're going to go over kitchen and bath design trends, just a few things that we're going to touch on.
Today's topics are going to include levels of remodeling, budgeting, and then 10 steps to a successful remodel.
I'm Joni.
And Dave from Bristol, Rhode Island. And we've come here to Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath seminar because we are starting a planning for redoing our kitchen and half bath laundry room.
This is our second visit that we've done here, and we really enjoy it very much. And we're definitely going to use Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath because they take care of everything.
It's important to have somebody, working with you in this time to really help guide you through all of those decisions there are to make. Sometimes people are a little overwhelmed by how many decisions there really are.
Attention was paid to every detail. There was a very thorough inspection before the project even started, so that the company was already aware of any problems that already existed that had to be addressed, and they were also able to alert us, my husband and myself, to any problems that also might occur.
Say you plan your whole space, you go to put the toilet in, the building inspector comes out and you haven't left 15 inches from the wall to the center of your toilet, and everything else is so tight that nothing else can move. That's not going to pass. So it's really important that you're measuring and taking into account all those different codes and stipulations.
We are a very well-established company. We've been in business for 29 years. We have kitchen and bath remodeling down to a science, so we're very experienced in terms of code requirements and safety regulations that need to be followed. We also have, an award-winning team of designers here. We really offer people a lot of expertise and peace of mind in, getting these projects done.
Visit RIKB.com for a list of the upcoming seminars and to reserve a seat for the next event. Or come to our showroom floor located on Jefferson Boulevard in Warwick.
For over 37 years, Garden Hills Fruit and Deli in Cranston has been your neighborhood market. Garden Hills offers the highest quality choice certified Angus beef, the freshest produce, and delicious sandwiches, and our prepared food will delight your guests. Garden Hills is an excellent choice for your tenderloin or prime rib holiday roast. We can cater any event, pick up, or we'll deliver to you. Since 1981, Garden Hills Fruit and Deli has been a trip to Italy for your senses. For over 80 years, D. Louise Bakery has been the name Rhode Islanders know and trust for all the pies, pastries, and cookies that brighten any festive holiday table. Our Italian cookie trays offer a delicious way to thank your clients and customers this holiday season. Call to order now, and we'll have them ready in time for holiday office parties and celebrations. Ask about corporate and quantity discounts. Buon Natale from our family at D. Louise Bakery, now with 2 convenient locations, Providence and Cranston.
Welcome back to Flavors and Knowledge. We're at the beautiful Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath Designer Showroom. We love it. Love Christmas Eve, and I love desserts. Oh, do I love desserts. Italian cookies. Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Panettone with ice cream. Tell me about panettone. What is that all about? How did it originate? It looks like a giant muffin.
This is really considered to be the father of Christmas.
Really?
The dispute is with Pandoro.
That looks like a giant gumdrop.
Okay. Pandoro is a star mold that they use.
Okay.
And panettone is made into these little paper
Yes.
which are
Yes.
baked in. Both of them, Pandoro comes from Verona in the Veneto region. Panettone is the city of Milano.
Nice.
Panettone,
What's in them?
It's leavened with a lot of eggs.
Okay.
There is inside, of course, sugar, orange rind, there is raisins and so on.
Yep.
And we enjoy this like this, cut and eat or toasted.
How do
We
you
can-
get it to rise like that?
And there's a lot of eggs, a lot of
Wow.
flour, a lot
Yeah.
of leavening inside. But these products that I'm featuring here, along with the Panforte Sapori, a product that comes out of Tuscany. This has actually Panforte means strong bread. It's not really a bread, it's a sweet that is made with a variety of nuts, spices, allspice, nutmeg, and cinnamon, reminiscing of the Middle Ages. Panforte is another one of those great Italian sweets. And also,
Oh, that's the one too.
Torrone, the
Yes, the
nougat,
Torrone.
which was invented in the city of Cremona.
Now,
And
what's in that?
Egg white, honey, and almonds or nuts, hazelnut.
My grandmother used to have
This is
Torrone around a
another
lot.
wonderful
Yeah.
product. All of these products, by the way, are available at Tony Cologno's on Federal Hill in Providence. And it's the perfect location because they carry all these very, very, should I say, holiday-driven concepts. You can talk to Adrian and she'll be able to give you some
You know,
great suggestions.
Speaking about the holidays, some people, and I know sometimes I'll do this too, especially on Christmas Day, not so much Christmas Eve because we do fish, is a nice tenderloin.
Right.
And if you really want a really good tenderloin, Garden Hills Deli. Go call Greg. You can order it ahead of time
Absolutely.
because he specializes in some of these amazing cuts of meat. And his tenderloin roast always ends up being a perfect dish for Christmas.
Yes, if you have your favorite butchers, and in this case, a favorite store, work with them. A little chili
So you want me to
inside the
saute
soup.
some of these peas, huh? Okay.
Melted the butter a little bit.
Sure.
Inside we put some of these kale and spinach here. See?
Oh, look at that. Nice.
And we get it to soften down. I use kale and spinach. You can use mustard green. You can use whatever you like. Okay. You know what? It's also good for this is dandelion. You're familiar with that?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We're going to increase the fire on this.
That's what I'm going to do here a little bit.
And the minestra maritata is almost complete. We're also going to pick up the farsu magro as soon as these peas are ready. Very nice. Just to stir a little bit. A little bit of salt, Stephen.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
Wonderful.
got it, Chef.
Yeah. And at the end, I'm going to do egg inside, and I shut off the fire. Shut the fire, pour the egg inside. Stir a little bit.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Beautiful. And then, Stephen, we do this.
It didn't take long for the spinach and the kale to
No,
just-
no, no. 1 second.
Yeah.
Do a piece of chicken. Of course, we cannot use the bone. Do some of the meatballs.
My peas look amazing.
Okay.
Chef, you're making me hungry.
Minestra maritata is done. Stephen, we're going to put a little bit of
look at that.
Parmigiano here over the top. We do always drizzle raw olive oil. and we present this baby right here.
That's beautiful.
I'll take your piece.
All yours?
And I'll do the plain out for the farsu magro, to the center bottom.
That's nice.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then I'll take the farsu magro, which has been here.
So that was about 25 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. That looks nice.
We get some of the sauce over the top. Okay.
Save the rest of that for pasta.
Absolutely. You know it. And over the top, Stephen, we put our boiled egg.
Oh, nice touch, chef. Look at that.
Okay, and this completes the farsu magro, the false lean, which is out of Sicily. Again, we'll do a little bit of oil over the top.
Beautiful.
These recipes are going to be available for you on one of our websites, as previously mentioned.
Welcome back.
Yep, thanks
Good
for having
to
me.
see
Good
you.
to see you as well.
I think when the holidays come, and maybe it's just me, but there's kind of a different perspective on picking wines and drinking different things. Do you find that as people come into the store?
Absolutely. One of the things that you do want to remember is price isn't always indicative of quality.
Right.
So, you know, when you come to Grapes and Grains, you can find a lot of really great values for really well-made wines.
Okay. Traditionally, Christmas Eve, a lot of fish dishes. The chef cooked up some great meat dishes, so you really don't have to eat fish for the holidays. Christmas Day may be a little bit different, and a couple of the dishes that he made was Italian wedding soup.
Yes.
Which can have all kinds of variations. There's different things you can put in it, different vegetables, little meatballs, you can put, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. What would you pair with a good hearty soup? And not only just for the holidays, but, you know, for the entire winter.
Well, I would be looking at something like the robe d'ange, especially for wedding soup or anything that does have a lot of different flavors. This is 100% Schiariolo. It's a Corsican wine. Instead of just going straight Italy, really fun. It's got a nice bright spice to it. It's actually very smooth, really full tannins. So when you're having something that might have even kale, it's going to stand up against there. It actually is a little more perfumed. So it's a great value for the bottle as well.
And what's that going to run you?
Should be around 22, 23 a bottle.
Okay, that's great. He also did some meats. He actually did. I watched. Although I did add a few things. But he took a beef, he kind of pounded it out, flattened it out.
Yeah.
He added prosciutto and some cheeses and spices and rolled it. And instead of putting it in the oven, he actually did it in a pan with tomato sauce.
Okay.
What would be good with that?
I'd look at something like the Petriglione. It's 100% Sangiovese from Tremonti. Really small vineyard, really small productions. Their grapes are always, I'm not going to say always a little fuller, but they're always a little fuller.
Yeah.
It's a bigger style, but it has a great structure and acidity to it, especially with something that's going to have a sear or anything with tomato sauce. It's got the acidity that helps balance it out. Slower maceration and maturation in the bottle, so it actually stands up to a lot of different heavy foods.
Okay, what's that going to run?
So this should be, again, or in the 20s, I would say, to see that.
Okay. And you know, I often talk about some people, what they do before they serve the wine is they open it and then they let it breathe. Is that something you should always do, or does it depend on the wine?
Well,
You know, they let it breathe for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and sometimes people will decant it as well.
Absolutely. If it's a champagne, no, don't do that.
No, you don't want to do that, right.
If you're going to have a nice full red, it never hurts to decant. For the most part, if you pour heavily into the glass, it's fun to make a presentation out of the bottle and pour gently. It's elegant. But what it doesn't do is allow for oxygen to come in contact with the wine.
Okay.
Normally when you have a bottle, you kind of want to pour a little heavy. The wine will dance in the glass.
Right.
It gets more oxygen.
Right.
Then it's going to open up fuller. Swirl judiciously, and you're going to have the same effect as a decanter without having to drink all of that wine in the next couple of hours.
Okay, great advice. Thank you. Dessert wines become a fun thing, and I can remember many years ago that, you know, Italians will bring out the dessert wines when they serve the desserts, and there were certain desserts that still are fresh on my mind. The panettone, the torrone, the panaforte. These are all sweet, really Italian-style desserts that a lot of folks may try for the first time around the holidays if they haven't before. What would you pair with something like that? Now, dessert wines, are they supposed to be lighter? No, they're not. Okay.
Well, that really depends. I mean, there's two sides to that. So if you're having something like a Moscato d'Asti, it's going to be a sweet wine with a little frizzante, and it's lighter, just because of process. If you have something like a Ben Rye from Donna Fugata or the Cerruti, these are passito style. It basically means rested, dry.
Okay.
The grapes themselves are dried before they are pressed.
Okay.
So when you have the Ben Rye, which is 100% Zebibo, it's a white grape that they'll dry it down pretty far.
Interesting.
It goes into press, so you lose a lot of the waters, but what you retain is the sugars and a good amount of, well, obviously,
So that's
the
what makes
flavor.
them sweet.
It's what makes them sweet, and it goes into a fermentation that, I mean, it's naturally higher in alcohol, but it's very rich, very dense. Sometimes they can be a little cloying, but they should have a balance of acidity that was something like the panettone or the panadoro, where you have something that's very heavy. It actually will kind of lift it, and it gives it, instead of a heavier quality, gives it a bit of that lighter, almost like brioche fluff to it.
Okay. What's your favorite?
I do prefer the Zebibo. I like a honeysuckle note, but I want it to have a little bit more complexity, and that's something that you get with Zebibo, where it can go through a bunch of different changes. You even get a little bit of citrus zest.
Okay. Temperature-wise, room temperature, is that good? Should it be a little below room temperature? What's the deal with, you know, especially dessert wines? Is it different from, you know, regular red wines?
Listen to your heart. Use your best judgment. 58, 59, totally fine.
Okay. And what's the price range for those?
So that would be around 54 on the Zebibo, and the Cerruto, I want to say, expect to see that in the 40s.
Okay. Great. So, holidays, a lot of parties, whether you're entertaining at home or you may want to be in charge of a work Christmas party. Somebody comes in, would you be able to help them pick, choose?
We're happy to have people come in all the time. Come on in. We can offer you, you know, some of the best advice you're going to find. If you come in and mention that you saw this on Flavors of Knowledge, we'll offer you a case price discount.
Me too?
Well, you know, I've already seen you.
Well, last on the list, obviously, is picking a gift that you're going to bring with you. You want to kind of impress, but you certainly don't want to spend too much money.
Right.
But you don't want to spend too little money and bring something cheap, because people that know wines are going to know right away. So what would you recommend somebody coming in?
Well, if you're going to come in and you're going to a party, you're going to have two choices. You're looking at your red or your white. If I was going to recommend a white wine, especially when you're going into somebody's house, you're not really 100% sure what they're going to be serving. The Valle Pinot Grigio, wonderful wine, great for the money. It's all eastern facing slopes, so it's actually got a really full body, really nice finish to it. If I was looking at a red, I would probably recommend something like the Pertinace Nebbiolo, which
Good
again, nice, light, bright conversation wine.
Okay. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, well.
And Happy New Year.
There we go.
For over 37 years, Garden Hills Fruit and Deli in Cranston has been your neighborhood market. Garden Hills offers the highest quality choice certified Angus beef, the freshest produce, and delicious sandwiches, and our prepared food will delight your guests. Garden Hills is an excellent choice for your tenderloin or prime rib holiday roast. We can cater any event, pick up, or we'll deliver to you. Since 1981, Garden Hills Fruit and Deli has been a trip to Italy for your senses.
We were looking for a company. We wanted a place that had a great reputation, which Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath definitely does, and also where we could have everything done in one place.
I find most people want their homes to feel very welcoming and airy and spacious, and so using Clean Lines is a really good way to achieve that.
When we first started, they gave us a schedule, and the schedules pointed out every day who would be working and exactly what they would be doing. At the end of the process, kitchen was completed earlier than anticipated.
One of the reasons why I like talking about countertops is because it's an instant way to upgrade and change the look completely of your kitchen. The types of things that people are looking for now, trend-wise, is anything that has what we call movement, looking for sweeps of color.
We just got such a good feeling about this place, and these people are design experts. That's what I felt, and their ideas just clicked with what we were looking for, and we didn't even know it.
Absolutely. I would agree with that 100%.
A lot of people are also doing walk-in showers with large glass enclosures.
You can do a custom hinge door, you can do a barn sliding door, or also a standard sliding door. And then the recessed niches are really great for storing all of your shampoo bottles. Those can be customized to any shape and size within your shower space. Also, the built-in benches are really nice. Sometimes you can put extra bottles on there, but also it's great for if you need to sit while you're showering or if you're shaving your legs, it's also great for that.
These designers were moving us more into a lifestyle that we know we're going to live into and retire in.
We try to build this showroom to give people a sense of all the different options that are out there and what's possible. So really take advantage of that. We also have, an award-winning team of designers here, so we really offer people a lot of expertise and peace of mind.
I just can guarantee that if you or anyone else decides to use Rhode Island Kitchen and Bath, they'll be thrilled with the work, and they'll know the price beforehand, they'll know what's going in beforehand, and what they plan for is what they'll get.
If I have to answer the question as to what surprised us about it, the company, I think it was just how exceptional they are at all elements of what they do. Everything from the design consultation to pushing and prodding us in the right direction to help us make decisions about things, to the pre-construction work and all the way through the construction. I've been continually amazed at how good they are at every phase of that.
For over 80 years, D. Louise Bakery has been the name Rhode Islanders know and trust for all the pies, pastries, and cookies that brighten any festive holiday table. Our Italian cookie trays offer a delicious way to thank your clients and customers this holiday season. Call to order now, and we'll have them ready in time for holiday office parties and celebrations. Ask about corporate and quantity discounts. Buon Natale from our family at D. Louise Bakery, now with 2 convenient locations, Providence and Cranston.
Chef, another great job.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
no
for your
problem.
time. We say Merry Christmas and...
To all of you.
What else? How do you say it in Italian?
Buon Natale a tutti voi che ci seguite. Alla prossima. Ciao.